Good afternoon, Terrier Nation. Sports Information Director Jared Plate here for our winter sports previews. I know it's hard to believe, but it's already underway as the swimming and diving team will kick off their season at the Kenyon College Relays on October the 14th, which is this coming Saturday. Sitting to my right is first-year head coach Austin Veltman. Coach, welcome aboard. Thank you for joining me.
Hey, thanks, Jared. Appreciate it, man.
So now you're already 4 months in.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about how your preseason went, how the move in came, and how you're settling in here at Hiram College.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we started our first official workouts on September 25, so we're just wrapping up our third week, and then before that we had about 4 weeks of optional workouts. Our captains did a great job of leading those and motivating our first-year swimmers especially to get in the water. And so official practices have gone really well. You know, we've kind of built them up a little bit over the first 3 weeks, and this week we really started getting some really good workouts in. Some good intensity, good quality swims. They're a little tired, no doubt. That's going to happen, but I'm pretty comfortable right now of the level that they're at going into the relay meet on Saturday.
So you came to Hiram College from Hope.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. They're about 5 years, correct?
Yep, 5 years.
So this is your first job as a head coach. For the fans that don't really know who you are, I know some of them probably read the story when you were hired, but talk to us a little bit about you, where you come from, and what you love about swimming and diving.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. So I coached as an assistant at Hope for 5 years under Coach John Patnott, who's a great guy. And I actually swam for him in college as well. So I'm a Hope grad, and I assisted at Hope. So I was around that program for a long time, and was really lucky to be able to learn from one of the best coaches out there. And it was just a great program to be a part of. So I spent a lot of time, over those 5 years, kind of learning as much as I could and preparing myself to be a head coach. So this is my first year at Hiram, and very excited of what we've done so far, even though it's only been 3 weeks, and definitely looking forward to the rest of the season.
So every coach has their kind of owned philosophy, something that makes them unique when it comes to coaching their sport. Mm-hmm. But I think it's also fair to say that a lot of coaches bring stuff with them that they've learned previously at other institutions.
Sure.
So what did Coach Patnott teach you in the time that you were with him that you will bring to the table here at Hiram, and what are some of those things that are unique to an Austin Veltman run swimming and diving program that you're going to bring to the table?
Wow, great. That's a great question. It's tough to summarize everything in only a few sentences, but I'll do my best. I was very lucky to learn from a coach who knew the human body inside and out. He's a master of exercise physiology, and I learned a great deal of information from him in terms of how to train swimmers, how to help them get faster, how to train them appropriately. So I'm by no means an expert. I don't claim that in any fashion, but I've been taught very well. I guess that's how all students learn, right? I mean, I've been taught very well, and but one thing that I guess is a little more unique to me is I'm an extremely goal-oriented individual, and I have a very deliberate and intentional goal-setting process, not only for my athletes, but for myself as a coach and for the coaching staff that we have and the goals that we want to accomplish with our team this year. One example of that would be that I carry around a key ring with me at all times, and it's got the goals of every single athlete on the team, and I have that in my back pocket at every single workout that we do. Helps me stay motivated, helps them stay motivated, and always have what we are trying to accomplish at the forefront of our minds.
So Hiram College has had some really great swimmers in the past. We've had some All-Americans. We've had some people on the national stage. It's been a couple of years since that's happened, and I know you've kind of been tasked with revamping that program. So talk about what kind of your personal goals for you are in this first year, and then as we get down the road, where do you see Hiram Swimming and Diving kind of stacking up, especially in a really tough North Coast Athletic Conference, as we move forward?
Sure. So, I mean, my goals for the team this year are actually almost identical to the goals that they set for themselves. So I'll give you a couple examples of what we're trying to accomplish this year. Number one, and I say this first because it really is the most important thing, is we have an academic goal this year of repeating as the leading team GPA at Hiram this year. Both our men's team and women's team last year earned that, and that's their number one goal this year, is to retain that. And so that's a very important one for the students and for me as well. I really want to see them succeed. And then, you know, in a few years, I see us, we need to build our roster up. My hope is, and my goal is, to have a full-size roster in 3 years, and that's going to take some pretty substantial effort on the recruiting trail, getting the info about Hiram out to these kids and helping them understand what this school has to offer, because it's pretty substantial and it's a pretty unique and special place.
So, for those recruits that may be watching, you know, you've been here all of 4 months, but I know a lot of people say as soon as they get on campus that they recognize something different about Hiram College.
Sure.
What have you seen so far that you've started to really enjoy about Hiram, and what would you like to impress upon those recruits about Hiram that you've learned so far?
Yeah, and there's one thing that I can point out specifically, and I noticed it right away. I mean, instantly. It was extremely quick. I've really never been around a school to this magnitude where the entire campus community, professors, staff, the athletic department, all different departments of the school, and the residents of Hiram itself, all care so much about the well-being and success of each and every student here. If you go around campus and you have conversations with pretty much anyone in any department, it's remarkable to me how often everybody knows the names of all the students. I mean, I'll be talking to people that are part of this college that don't have these kids in class. They're not their professors, but they know all of them, and that's pretty incredible when you have a community that cares so much about the kids that are here.